fucking dare, Luke.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, it's another Sunday. Sunday. And this time we're not playing board games. We have an episode of A Distant Star. Yay!
Ah! Oh.
This is episode 17 called Black Snow and Fire. No reason. We are.
I really
Watch out for.
I hope that occasionally throughout the stream the viewers can hear the rumbling thunder in the background because I think it adds to the ambiance of what's happening right now.
Zeus is having awesome sex directly above us right now.
What demigod is gonna fuck things up in 20 years?
Me. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. And I think Sunshine is going to tell us what's crack-a-lackin' tonight.
You bet. So, our episode last 3 weeks ago started where Sunshine and Rainbow's sister, Lollipop, also known as Julie, was freaking out a little bit and was trying to murder Tidley because she was had a somewhat stressful day, but she was losing at a race, and we managed to calm her down. And it turns out that she has sort of a I don't know the best way to describe this. She was a twin as well, but
she crazy.
But yeah, sort of absorbed the other twin in utero, and that which happens in real life, but this also apparently sort of absorbed the other twin's personality. And they're less friendly, and they can use magic, which she normally can't. So she can throw fireballs and shit when she gets angry. So that was a thing. But anyway, everybody calm down. Mike, you okay? Is he dead? I know he's not frozen because I can see him moving slightly. He's ruining the illusion.
I want hurt.
Anyway, our good buddy Steve had a lot of good conversations with his newly found mother and newly found sister and newly found stepfather.
Who found glory.
Who he already beat up.
Yeah, who we already beat up, but that's fine. Get that shit out of the way early. So they had quite a few interactions throughout the night talking about, catching up. And I don't want to minimize that, but it was, I wasn't the one doing it, so I don't want to talk about it that much. But it was cool. So the next day we woke up and we were going to the ruins the whole reason we went up there were some ruins that supposedly had some magical stuff in it. And Steve's sister was leading us. We went across the valley. We got to said ruins. Thanks to some, I'm going to say clever work by our team. We managed to open the doors. I think Steve just rolled a nat 20 and smashed him open or something. I don't remember. Something like that.
Along those lines, possibly.
A lot of people tried, and then Steve barely tried, and they opened.
Yeah. I remember Audie trying and failing. That's probably the most important thing. But we got the doors open, and we go inside the chamber, and it is collapsed 30 feet into the chamber. So we looked around for a bit. Long story short, it was a huge fucking waste of time. There was nothing there. We couldn't advance. So after some discussion on what we should do and griping about the fact that we wasted our time, we left. And as we walked outside, the giant red star that we had noticed over the last couple days seemed to be getting significantly bigger. In fact, bigger as you watched it. And it crashed. It was some sort of meteor. And it crashed on the other side of the mountains, I believe, to the northwest, if I remember right.
To the almost direct north.
Okay, almost direct north. which, if anyone remembers, our boat is to the south. But the way that the island or the way the map's set up, I believe we figured out that the fastest way would probably be to go back to the boat, take the river up north. I think that was our game plan. We all decided. Well, I don't know. Sunshine made a very hard decision to go. That he wanted to go back or wanted to go investigate that, and nobody else really complained too much. So,
What certain item being given to somebody?
Are you talking about the ring that
oh yes,
Steve's sister got Areska? Or no, Areska's the kid that gave the ring.
Orekia. Orkai, sorry. Orkai.
yeah, she got a ring from a kid who was possessed by Dave. Long story short, Dave is this transient entity that is possessing people and either guiding us or like trying to make us do something horrible, or
He's a fourth dimensional door-to-door salesman.
yeah, somewhere in between. We're not really sure on that, but we do know that in the past, when Dave possessed people, they got very, very sick or died. But we checked on the kid and he was fine. So
I tried putting that ring on, and I tasted purple.
Oh yeah,
Is the best way to put that. Is I saw the hairy backside of God and drew some tentacles once I came out of it.
And technically your character couldn't remember any of it. But
I was able to draw something down before I lost it.
Right.
Which looked like tentacles. They could be bad, could not be bad.
Tentacle monsters are often good. Just look at Japanese animation.
Testicle thing, and then we moved on. I don't know. I got nothing. I think that's most of it. Did I forget anything important?
Nope. I think you pretty much covered it.
We did have Steve's mom was a seer, and she predicted that our trip was destined. It was something that was important, supposed to be happening with like everyone's destiny. And that there are some rings out there, and there's either 6 or 12 of them. They're important, maybe. That's what I have written down.
And we found 2 of them so far.
Yeah, we've seen 2.
Currently attached to people, and they won't come off. I think that's important to note.
All right. So you are heading back up the hillside towards New Sky Village, New Sky Tribe. There's no name for the village. From the mountain glacial valley that you were just coming out of, you have just seen what some of you surmised was volcanic eruption somewhere over the hills to the west.
Oh, I forgot about that somewhat major thing. That was separate from the meteorite landing.
Yep. It was something like probably 20 minutes after the initial hit. You felt vibrations in the ground, and then there was fire and smoke in the sky. So yeah. We went from a D&D campaign to a movie with John Cusack.
Cool.
Hope it's... Oh no, that's a different guy.
Can't wait to have our dragon take off right as the runway collapses.
Everybody wanted to have a quitty retort there, and nobody could think of a John Cusack film. The
Time machine.
2012 was what I was going for, by the way. 2012.
Say anything. Must love dogs. 1408.
I was going to say the pianist, and then I was like, that's not John Cusack. That's not John Cusack at all.
No, he's
Morgan made a follow-up reference to exactly the movie you were talking about.
He's in The Pianist. Okay, you're heading back up the hill. Now that you've seen this explosion over the hillside, I'm sure whoever saw it explained to the other people. What are you doing?
I I think we would be traveling full. I mean, we already kind of discussed where we were going to do. We were going to go back to the village and get on the boat, and because we can you pull the map up real quick? I believe
can.
that was the fastest way north. We decided just to try to save us some time discussing this again. If I'm remembering that incorrectly, let me know.
Okay, you are. Let me zoom in. Zoom in. You are roughly here. This area, okay?
Mhm.
You left your boat down here.
Right.
Well, Lolly's boat.
The boat we're using.
And that's a 7-day trip?
I think it took us
3,
2
I
days.
thought. I think we got there on
It
the
took
third
you
day.
2.5 to get there, but you guys rolled real fucking poorly.
Yeah, I suck.
We also didn't really have a guide to get us through.
It was one trail, dude.
No, I thought we were going like just traveling through the mountains. I didn't think we were on a trail.
It was like a goat trail. But yeah.
I thought it was just us
As
like
we're-
Otherwise
Making
known
one.
as a Wilder Freeway.
As we're headed back to the village, I would say to Urukai, would it be possible for you to guide us back to our boat? Maybe lend us some animals? Get there faster?
I do not know. I must speak with the elders first. I cannot commit to anything. I have much to think about.
Okay. It would be nice to have some horses. Anyway,
They don't have horses.
what do they have?
They have mountain goats.
That's
Are they
pretty
big goats?
Well, they
There you
can't
go.
ride them, but they use them as like donkeys and stuff.
I would
That's
love
still
to see
might be
that.
very.
Guy could ride one, probably.
What were you saying, Laura? Sorry.
I was saying I would love to see my brother ride a mountain goat. Please do try.
I was thinking, even if we can't ride them, if they use them as donkeys, we could use them as beasts of burden, carry our shit.
He did
You
ride a
have to be
goat once,
smart.
but that was freshman initiation at the academy, so.
different type of riding.
What happens at the academy stays at the academy.
It absolutely does not.
Those Polaroids go around the world, bud.
The magic Polaroid.
He was the first Delta Nu to actually go through with it.
Polaroids? How fucking old are you, by the way?
Almost
They're
34.
still popular.
Actually, they are making a bit of a resurgence with the hipsters.
Oh,
Phil, you use them?
goddamn hipsters.
No, but I actually have met someone who does.
Met someone?
Met or tried to date.
What was
The
his
first
name?
one.
All right.
She likes to take pictures. That's all we're gonna say.
And then giggle at contents of said picture. Okay, you guys are entering the town. Stop
Yes.
derailing me.
That's our bad.
You
All right. Is she
So much
is
fun.
she going right to the elders then?
Yes, she takes off running. I mean, very good shape. So she never stopped running, and heads to that large building in the back of the cave. A lot of the tribe has moved to the center of the cave. If you can see from the background, that it has that opening. Protocol in landslides is that they stand underneath that so they don't get fucking killed. But so they're all just hanging out next to that big rock in the middle.
Right by Smurf Rock.
Yep.
Smurf this.
Smurf that.
But what does everybody think? Should we just go back to the boat, or should we try to get some help getting back there? We had kind of a rough time getting there.
Let's
I
see what's
think-
going on in the village first. Like this is Steve's
we should-
family.
Okay.
Correct.
Fine,
Yeah.
but I think we should make haste. We do not necessarily need pack animals. The downhill climb will be much easier.
All right.
So we would head over to the
People.
the whatever the elders live in, their longhouse, I guess.
So you'd be following Orakai. Following Orakai. Roll perception, everybody.
19.
8
11.
or no 9. Sorry, 9.
12.
11.
Apologize, it took me half a minute to remember what my perception score was.
Okay. You do notice in that group of people in the middle that there is no none of the elders are there, and actually most of the people you saw there like don't make up of like it's probably only half of the people you've seen in the village, and it's only the people standing there are mostly made up of children or the elderly. A lot of the
Hey,
functioning adults aren't there.
Steve, I don't really speak Goliath. Do you think you could ask them where the elders went?
Oh yeah. Yep. No problem.
I mean-
got
You were on the right track just following Archive. But
Oh, okay. Let Steve talk to some random elderly people. I'm
Go,
sure
Steve.
that'll be a productive conversation.
We looking for older, big people. Where they go? Same.
I'm quite old. What do you want?
Oh, we're looking for the elders.
Oh, Longhouse. Points to the other place.
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
should stay here for safety. Rock fall.
What?
You must speak slowly. He's been raised by idiots. Stay under Skyhole Rockfall.
Oh, big hole in sky. Rock come down. Stay.
Yes. The humans are all morons. Every
Guys,
last one of them.
these guys are really slow. I don't know. This guy's like talking really weird.
Steve, you guys have such a beautiful language. Like it's eloquent. I don't know what you're saying, but like it's eloquent is what it
Giant
is.
sounds like Spanish. Adios.
I was actually I've always thought giant sounded like hut, like Ukawaka, Uki Solo.
All right. So we go to the long house.
I apologize. This is all my fault at this point.
It's okay. This ranks on like 50, like 52 doesn't even make like the top 50 of reasons we're going to hell.
All right. So you head towards the Elder Longhouse. Urakai's already gone inside. She pokes her head back out of a side door. Follow me! Here! Motions you in.
All right, going in.
Entering inside, the you basically go down a hallway, and anybody with a reasonable, I'm not going to make you roll for this, but anybody with anything in survival would know that basically it's a hallway, and she leads you back into the mountain itself. So this is underground, whatever place this is. There leads you into a small circular-ish room where a collection of what you would recognize as the elders, including Irilith, are sitting and conversing. Irilith is being attended to by two of them. She looks like she's hit her head. They're bandaging her, and there is a healer. In fact, the cleric, many of you decided to fist fight on your first day here, is
This was
doing
not
the
by
healing.
choice. I would have taken the bigger guy.
Sure, you would have.
Let's just no context clip that real quick.
Woo!
Philip Raby, I would have taken a bigger guy.
On
If
it.
you had a choice.
Nailed it.
It's funny.
Oh no!
Okay.
What happened to her?
That's your mom, Steve.
Why is she hurt?
She had a vision when the earthquake started.
But she just falls when visions happen?
And when the ground underneath us moves, yes.
Oh, the math does add up here. Okay.
Does he know what math is?
Yeah.
So, did she talk about her vision? Has she been awake? She unconscious?
She's awake
Is she
now.
gonna
She has not Steve. Stevik. Come with me. Just...
Oh, okay. Okay. And mom's definitely not dead.
She's talking. You can see... Oh, fuck, shit.
Whew. I wasn't sure if that's what, we do after we die.
It's all in common or in giant.
It's all in giant.
Okay, so we're all like, what the
But
fuck
you
is
would
that?
understand the exasperation of talking to Steve, which you can clearly
Right,
see
right.
on Orikai's face.
Apparently, he-
Why is this
Apparently,
person
yes.
being... Oh, this is Orca? I thought it was somebody else.
It was Orikai.
I like to imagine that Rainbow is doing exactly what I'm doing, just sitting and watching with deep interest, eating popcorn.
Where
All right.
did you get popcorn?
I
Or-
just kind of hold her up.
Orikai asks you all
Nice.
to get closer to Irilith. Irilith waves you all in. She kind of shoos off the people that are doting on her. Those people make room begrudgingly. Laura, your comment is not accepted.
I'm acting.
What? How bad is it? Is it terrible out there?
No.
I guess, what do you mean by terrible? We did see a giant comet fly into the ground, and then there was an eruption. That's about it.
Ugh.
It seems to be that it happened quite a ways up north.
Yes. North to a building with the red sun on the door.
Mike, it's been a while. Does that sound familiar to the temple we were at?
Sounds pretty fucking familiar, yeah?
You saw this, or you had the vision?
Both. I went on the Dave called it a walkabout. An exact. He looked like a old person, but every time I'd look, it'd be different person.
Yes, Dave does that.
But he always same. We went, saw it landed on us. Many people, house people like you, were there. Then we went here, but not now, later. Many people here. And then we went hot spring? Golden Hands. I'd like everybody to roll history on this. Steve and Tiddly, you will be at disadvantage.
My bonus is a disadvantage.
I'm already at disadvantage.
Well, then you don't have to roll. This is not something you would readily know.
18.
10.
7.
4. You've lost.
Guy, you did a delightful piece, delightful story about this place. It's called the Hands of Gold Hot Spring. It's a little village run on the western side of the mountains. It's a natural hot spring that's actually wild to run. The only reason they don't crack down on it is because it serves the rich of the rich. Think 5-star hotel run by
Like
people that
this
aren't
is-
supposed to exist.
high-end Japanese onsen
Yeah.
type place.
Yup.
Guys, we're gonna have an onsen episode.
I hope you don't think that's gonna happen. We can't hear anything you're saying right now, Luke. Not a single thing.
I believe in us.
Oh, this whole year is just one giant hell, that is made up of a bunch of small little hells that you just don't have a choice but to deal with.
I find if you break up the hells into little 5-minute chunks, it makes them more manageable.
Yep.
Little circular chunks. You just set them up in ring shapes and just kind of, stack
Just
them up.
Put all your adulterers in one ring.
It's important to stay organized.
I think whiskey helps.
And how?
That's what I
That
tell
wasn't
people.
mixed. That was gin and lime juice.
Mmm.
I have people come in all the time at work, and they're just like, I don't even know. How do people even deal with these? How do you wear these all day with the masks? I'm in here 5 minutes. I can barely wear this. I'm just like, well, patience and whiskey. That's how I deal with it.
Also,
It's also not that bad.
Huh?
I said also the will to be a good human being.
Crazy, right?
That-
Somebody who wants to have a football season. That's why I'm wearing it, motherfucker.
Whatever reason you want to come up with, it doesn't matter to me. Just wear it.
You're mad Nebraska football isn't playing? Should have wore a fucking mask.
Should have
Well-
not went to the
well,
bar
no.
all them times.
Want to know why I wear a mask? Because a furry is not stronger than I am.
God damn right.
You should
What
tweet.
a
Oh, you haven't seen that? There's a picture of a fox furry, and just like anyone says that they can't wear a mask for so long is admitting they're weaker than a furry.
what a very specific thing to get worked up about.
Yeah, but also, who would want to be weaker than a furry? Morgan?
Is there like,
I don't know.
is there a reason for this comparison, or is this just random?
Because your mom
Josh-
eats cat poop.
Dude, same mom. Same mom.
We've been doing that joke for years.
Trying
We'll
to
do it
figure
when my
out-
mom's in the room.
Why my camera is so zoomed in.
How'd it go this weekend? What was the version we did this weekend, Josh?
What?
When we were at Mom and Dad's, what was the version of that joke we did this weekend? I thought we had a kind of a little clever play on it. Your mom eats cat poop joke.
Oh, well, we just kept going back one another because there's three of us, and then it's all the same mom.
No, and then Shaylee said, well, Josh's mom eats cat poop. And I said, well, Josh's mom definitely eats cat poop. And then Josh goes, she does. He's sitting within slap range of my mom.
We are different, but same.
Still talking giant
Yeah,
there,
just-
Josh?
Paste.
Come here.
I love this zoomed in version of Marcus, by the way, because I can see into his soul. And
It's like the Wizard of Oz, just a floating head.
So dumb.
all right, we've done it. Thank you. I know you're working your butt off over there, Marcus, to make it work. Oh, God.
Weird back,
Oh wow.
by the
Oh
way.
god.
Okay, I'm
He's
gonna.
big smushed.
Where the fuck were we, and what were we doing?
Talking.
I was asking about the hot spring.
Oh,
Let's talk about
Would
the
I-
vision.
Yeah,
Would
she was kind of giving the vision.
right.
Would I know, is this straight west, like where the volcano might be? Is this something
Actually,
would I be able to guess? Is it
considering
closer?
you've been there, you would know where it is. So I will. The reason that this is elite is twofold. One, it's thank you very much. If anybody's still here that was watching before, Discord makes me sad. The one, they cater to an incredibly elite clientele. Are you fucking kidding? Okay, never mind. So you are roughly here, right? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
almost exactly. So it's in European, almost exactly where the swamp and the plains run into each other. Here at the edge, in the foothills, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get there. There's only a couple of roads. You have to be able to afford armed transport and protection on the way out there, because if you come in through the foothills next to the swamp, you're dealing with the hillbillies and the swamp creatures. If you come up from yeah, if you come up, there's a reason the best liquor comes from Europrocene. I'm just saying. If you come up from Gulo along the foothills, then you're dealing with potential wilder activity the entire trip. It is an extreme rich person vacation spot, and as such is highly protects its itself. It's its own little fort, like fortified city into its own right.
Okay.
And it is a large place, but not a lot of people actually live there. Probably
Would I
a
be
few hundred.
having recognized that's what that is? Would I be able to put together that the volcano we saw erupt before, is that sort of in that general direction or no? Or is that more south of us?
It
'Cause
would
this looks
it
like it's
would
straight
legitimate
west.
yeah, it would legitimate you would be able to go like, oh, hot springs,
Volcano.
volcano.
Okay. I would let everyone know, hey, she's talking about Golden Hands Hot Springs. That's
Hands of gold. Sorry.
or Hands of Gold Hot Springs. That might be closer to where we saw that volcano erupting. And I just reiterate what the place is to everyone around as well. So we've been to 3 of the places in her vision, or 2 of the places as a group.
Yeah.
Let me understand. We were thinking we should go towards the erupting volcano.
Possibly, we've already been and took everything from the temple up north. We had being here was kind of a bust for finding stuff, other than the ring
Boo.
and your family, Steve. No offense to family. I'm talking items, not people. People are a treasure all their own.
All right. Thanks, guy.
I think going to see what we can do is probably a decent idea, but we'll definitely have to get word back to the order to figure out what they want us to do. Julie can probably handle that.
Yep, Julie could.
You
look around and you notice she's not there.
Rainbow, where's Julie?
Oh, bloody hell if I know. I'll find her. I'll go and try and find her.
Okay.
I would go too.
No, don't leave me here with them.
Then come with us.
What was Steve's mom's name again?
Irilith.
Earlift. Oh, okay.
Earlift, you said you saw a ruin.
He's
up
finally
north.
writing his mom's name down. I saw you pick up that pen.
No, I had another idea that has nothing to do with this.
Uh-huh.
Earlift.
How's that spelled? Just no reason.
IRA.
Earlift, you said you saw a vision here, but it wasn't here, or what was going on?
It was... I think it was a different time. Before or... Not yet.
What did it look like?
All of the... mountain village had gathered here with armies of your house attacking.
It didn't look like when Steve was taken. Looked like a different night.
No.
Whose house? Hanover?
Humans and orc were with banners of they protected a cloud of death.
Protected or projected?
Protect. Protect, like professional football.
Okay.
Pretty good. Fine, Josh.
So you're saying you think the other villages might gather here sometime, maybe in the future?
The cloud comes from the north. They must.
Trying to think if, guys, do we? Damn it!
You
Sunshine Rainbow are gone.
you need to seek out
Seek out who, Mom?
the
Seek out
fire.
who?
There's a fire in Hands of Gold. Find the fire.
We can try to follow these prophecies, but there's
And fear the night. You're...
okay. There's
No.
I love that reaction.
Knight. Like... Warrior. Knight.
I Adi really just like pull out my dagger.
Okay.
The
I'm
knight...
keeping an eye on him as it is.
The knight brings an army to kill your own. To kill you.
Night. Kill
Was the knight a big metal man?
us.
I do not know. It was a blur. Metal, yes. Metal, yes.
Did you see a weapon? What type of weapon did he wield?
An army of silence.
Silence.
Night army of silence. Our house. There's no reason for an army to come here. Just full of formidable opponents, and it has no value to them.
Everything's got a value to it.
The table will have value. Urkai,
Do what?
this your job. She said something in giant. Steve, she says, you will construct the table for their arrival.
Okay. I don't know what a table's gonna help here, but yeah. So night bad, kill us. Did I get everything, guys?
Can you give my children and me a moment, please?
Of course. I take Adi, and I'm assuming Tiddly's still in the room.
Yep.
I'm a ghost. You can't see me.
If he does not move.
Guys, let's just go to the hallway real quick.
Well, back away out of respect, but I don't like not understanding what's going on. Everybody, as I'm walking away, I'm muttering about people talking in language that I can't understand.
Oh, good. Good job, Karen. The
Yeah, you're in their village.
Oh, and Halfling, I just start talking to Adidas and just like, all right, so here's what the plan is. We just get as much food as we can and start heading west.
this is in Halfling.
Now you're
Um,
just being a jackass.
What did I do? I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
No, I really appreciate you as a person. I think you've done great things for the group. I say just big hand motions and like, you're really helpful. Thanks for being a meat shield.
Is this still in Halfling?
Yes.
His nervous tick apparently as he speaks in his regular tongue.
Hey,
Steve,
Audie,
go ahead, Taylor.
do you speak Undercommon by chance?
I do not.
Okay. I mutter something. Just anything.
Oh, good. We're all doing this now.
Steve.
It's not. It's not an issue that they are using their language in their own house, but they are using it to keep information from me specifically.
I understand we're in their country, but I'm at a restaurant.
Buddy, we can hear you complaining through the door. Can you keep it down?
Steve.
Just fucking hate not knowing what's going on.
Steve.
Okay, I lied. I don't
Yes.
speak Undercommon though.
Yes.
It was orc.
I am
Oh, I do
Steve.
speak.
Stevik. Your sister must stay here with us. But you must go. They need you.
What about you guys? What if the people attack and I'm not around? You guys need.
You will be around, Steve. Stevik, when the time is right, you will return. And I will be here. Your sister will be here.
All right.
Mordoon will be
tired.
here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know, but just don't die, Mom. Don't die.
I can see through time, baby. I do not die today.
All right. As for him, yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay.
I basically raised him. What?
All right, Jerry. You just stay back there.
Mordoon, you shit.
Frederick, I'm sorry. We'll get it.
Just hating on his stepdad for no reason.
Yeah.
Already showed he could beat him up once, just showing dominance.
Never mind,
Don't
he
make
bas-
me put you in your place again, old man.
Never mind, he basically did the coolest thing on the planet and adopted a child and raised her as his own.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck that guy, stepdad.
Anyways, Steve.
I'll
Go.
be back, Mom. I'll be back.
Okay.
Everyone's coming back. Everyone's coming with me. Guy will be back. Sunshine, Rainbow. Things still out on Audie. I don't know where we're at with that, but Tiddly, he'll be back too.
She does this thing that you've seen around the village that hasn't happened a whole lot to you yet, where she takes her hand and she basically goes around the circumference of the outside of your face, like cheek, forehead, cheek, as like a comforting thing, and tells you to go.
Oh, that was nice. All right, I'll be back, Mom.
That-
I'll be back.
That took me over an hour to come up with, by the way. Yeah, the concept of something comforting that isn't just a hug or a kiss.
That just
He just goes like that over his face. Yep, like that. That's exactly how I imagined it.
just Steve.
Counter.
Very sensitive about my face.
Your mom's unconscious. The Oh no!
Hey,
Oh,
two
no.
concussions in one day.
Why would stepdad do this to you?
Rainbow and
Wow.
sunshine. Oh no! Jesus Christ! Rainbow and sunshine.
Not funny.
Yeah.
Julie.
Where did you look?
Julie.
I would look around the longhouse before I go outside of the longhouse.
Okay.
We're in the mountain first. Not the
Well,
longhouse.
I'm not gonna.
No,
make
I
you roll.
mean, but I noticed she was gone when we were in the longhouse.
You spend a few minutes doing that. You don't find her.
Okay, I go out and look in the village.
Rainbow, where did you go?
I would go look in the village and mostly towards like where we were staying. Don't chew on the blanket.
You go
My
back to where you were
blanket will tell me
staying.
what to do.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Ooh, 22.
There is a hastily folded piece of parchment on your bed.
I go heave a sigh and go pick it up to read it.
It says, "I will not lose my business. I'm going back to Riche. I'm sorry. I love you."
Piece of shit. If we want to get off of this place or out of this place, we got to catch her. So I go running. And Sunshine, she bailed. She bailed. Our ride is leaving us. Our ride is leaving us. We got to go. We got to go now. We got to go catch her. Ride is leaving us.
Am I outside yet?
Sure.
Okay. Like, shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any time to waste. So yeah, I'd run after Rainbow.
Okay. So you
Tell
run.
the others, I'm slower than everybody else, so you'll catch up to me.
You are faster than me.
Shh. Brother. Go tell the others. I'm going to catch your sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you do.
And I'm going to run.
Okay.
Okay.
Run.
Run,
Alright.
run, Chip.
I
Get your
go tell everybody that I go back inside. I guess I'd find Guy and company.
Yeah,
First.
you'd find Audie, Steve, and Tiddly in the hallway. Is what you'd find.
I wouldn't find Guy.
No, sorry. You'd find Guy, Audie, and Tiddly.
Right.
Steve would still be in the room. You'd find
Um,
Guy, Audie, and Tiddly.
Shit, guys. Julie's left, so our ride's leaving.
Well, our ride might not be to go that way.
Really?
Yeah. Irlith thought her vision was that we needed to head west. So we wouldn't need to go to the boat.
Okay. All right. Be right back. And then I would run outside.
Where's a monk when you need one?
I would run outside. I would cast
Or a barbarian.
thaumaturgy on myself, and that makes and I'm choosing to make my voice 3 times as loud as normal.
Or a sorcerer with ghost step.
And I would shout, "Rainbow, come back!" So hopefully she could hear that. If it's 3 times as loud as normal.
Rainbow, roll perception. You do not have to listen to it if you hear it.
No, of course.
That is another 22.
Yep, you definitely heard it. You're in a cave. Everybody heard that shit. A couple rocks fell.
Sorry. Slightly quieter.
Oh god!
Already earthquakes and aftershocks. Doing this now.
I heave another big sigh and I turn around.
You don't have to.
No, I would. I love Lolly.
How far did you get?
Well,
Thinking of the background image as a map, because that's how I've always envisioned. I can get rid of here. Let me get rid of the
2 hot ladies.
2 hot ladies, and for sure.
I don't imagine that would have taken me much longer than 5 minutes total. They're running.
No,
there.
it would be much less than 5 minutes. Much less than
Okay.
5 minutes. Half that time, at most.
well, I can
It's not a big village.
I can run by using both a movement and an action per 6 seconds. I can run 60 feet.
Okay. You would have gotten most of the way to the top of those stairs if you like dead sprinted.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and roll perception, real quick.
Everybody or
No, just her.
Just-
Just her.
Hugo, you are fine. Go get a toy or something. I love you.
Hugo, I love you.
21.
I thought that was a bird.
No,
I know. I
that's,
thought it was a pigeon as well.
You
that's
make
my dog whining for me to. When that is all we've been doing all day. Yeah, that's all we've been doing.
Well, you were at your parents' house forever. It's spoiled his crap.
Don't you bark at me.
There's a video of you on what was it, on Twitter, of him walking on the counter or something like that at your parents' house. The counter of their kitchen, just wandering around.
That's my parents. Do you need to go outside? You wouldn't go last time I tried to let you outside. It's raining and you don't like it.
It's gone, Bubba. Lincoln,
I will let my dog out while we Lincoln.
try that. It's like a tortilla.
Can you go outside this side?
Do 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 do
Well,
do do.
Well, they're both looking, paying attention to their kids. Just
Did you guys hear about the new thing coming out?
Yes.
I gotta take that out, sorry.
Fish People Sticks now in Excel form. What's better than Fish People Sticks that are now the size of boats and cars? Our tremendous marketing team found out
Both and cars.
Nuggets.
that this is what the people want. Bigger
Wait.
is better.
wait. Are you saying that they're in the shapes of boats and cars?
And the sizes.
Oh my gosh!
It's both.
Coming at ya.
Phil and Uncle Josh.
And when you buy those
Uncle Josh.
car-sized Fish People Sticks for a limited time only, you will get a 5-gallon bucket of Coke. Whether you want it or not, we're going to throw it at you.
We are trying to get rid of this stuff. We are not going out of business at all. We have money. This is not a last-ditch effort.
Fish People Sticks may not contain fish or people.
Trailers and engines sold separately.
Okay, you know what? You know what the worst thing is? When he said they come in XL form, I thought
You got hungry.
he was actually talking about the Fish People Sticks
Uncle
were now
Josh
in
is
Excel spreadsheets.
Uncle Josh.
Because when he starts talking, everything is on the same even playing field if possible for what the fuck he's talking about.
You like Fish People Sticks in Microsoft Word? Now try them in Excel format.
We are now online.
Uncle Josh.
Lincoln, what are you doing? What are you doing, Lincoln?
Say
Huh?
hi, Uncle Josh.
What you doing, Lincoln?
Can you say hi?
What are you doing? Me, I'm doing the same thing. Yep. I agree with that.
He said hi, Lincoln.
Hi, Lincoln.
The only problem is, fish people sticks. They're in Microsoft Excel, the tartar sauce. That's
Go
in
with Mama.
fucking GarageBand for some reason.
It's hard to convert.
I would say tartar sauce is more of like a PowerPoint presentation. It's-
You would think it would also be in a Microsoft PowerPoint, somewhat compatible with Microsoft Excel. But no.
This is the own brand of music.
He both choked me and kicked me in the head at the same time.
From the makers of Fish People Sticks, try new corn kidneys.
The people who make fish people sticks also made clown meat, by the way. Whatever
Yeah.
that clown meat is.
Yeah.
Meat face clown.
Meat
We
face
did
clown.
a bit about the clown meat.
Same people.
Also made from the same people.
Listen, this whole clown meat thing was a success. Let's go with fish people sticks next. Okay.
All right, I believe Rainbow was deciding if she wanted to come back or not, or she said she did.
Yes, there was a perception roll.
One on that perception check.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I rolled a 21. on that
21.
perception.
Okay. Yes, you see the guy outside who there was a if you remember there was one big tower directly outside the entrance to the village, and directly underneath it there was a small goat pen. You see on the ground the person look very confused, staring off into the distance, not towards the volcano, actual opposite direction, very confused. And on the ground there's a rock and blood.
Oh, Lord. I will go over to that person.
Not again.
I'm going to take a wild guess. Somebody hit you.
No. Person like you hit herself in head and flew away like bird.
Huh. Did she look like, and I'm going to describe Lolly.
Pale skin.
And then after she hit herself, she kind of like hair on fire, angry.
Hair full fire. Hair full fire.
Mm-hmm.
Flew like bird, but smoke and fire.
Oh. Oh, brother. Well,
Technically, your sister.
I don't know that there's any way I'm catching her if she's flying. Might have to circle back to that one. I'm going to pick up the rock, assuming that the rock has some blood on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put it in my bag for reasons.
Okay.
Are you okay, though? Didn't hurt you at all?
No. Say sorry before do.
What'd she say?
I am sorry. And then she looked
Oh, she said sorry, not said a story. I thought you said
sorry to me.
Right. Probably because it was kind of a strange thing to see. Scary. Uh,
Traumatic.
dramatic.
Therapist.
Yeah, I was gonna go with that word. I wasn't sure if that was common in both languages. Traumatic. Do you have therapists here? Is that an occupation?
2. Insurance cover 1.
Good. See that one. See that one. Yeah. And maybe don't tell anyone else but that therapist, because I'm assuming like doctor-patient confidentiality is a thing.
Who believe?
The therapist might. Maybe. I believe you.
Yeah, just trust in HIPAA. You're fine.
Let's get you to that therapist. You want to show me where they are? Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Think about that situation for a second.
2 hours later. So
Okay.
is she coming back?
No.
The whole village heard you call.
No.
We found like a bunch of kids
Steve,
coming
you
over here
leave.
wondering where the rainbow was at.
Steve, you leave that room. The rest of the guys are standing outside.
All right. Who's ready to go, boys?
I think we're okay on supplies, but couldn't hurt to get a little bit more. And what about the 2 other guys with the donkeys that came with us?
Yeah. Wait.
They
everyone
would
here?
still be there.
1, 2, 3.
There were 2 dudes with donkeys.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
of Lolly's crew. Julie's crew, sorry.
Let's go try to find them.
Because we can probably tell them that we can give them a message to give to Julie to pass on to the order, say we're heading, checking out the meteor. Because wasn't somebody wanting to report back into them?
Well, Julie knows about the keepers. These random mooks don't, though.
I know, we just
Oh.
give a letter to give Julie.
She ran away. I'm a little less keen on using her as a
Okay.
trying to get back to the order.
I mean, you don't
You
know
know.
that Rainbow didn't catch her.
I know. I'm saying just to me talking to the GM. Just it's more like she's kind of unreliable, is what I'm feeling. If she's choosing to run away rather than do that. Anyway,
I am confused. We're telling the order we're going to check out the meteor, but we are going west, away from the meteor. I
don't think
we're gonna
we tell
check-
them we're going north. We were going to go check out. If we're going to tell them anything, we're going to tell them where we're going, right?
This might
are we
almost be one
lying
of
to
those
them.
things.
That's the thing.
Well, it's an effect of the meteor. We're going to go investigate, see what's going on.
No, you would tell. I mean, if you're going west, you're not going to the meteor.
Right. But we noticed the volcano explode closer to us. We can
Or we just
tell
don't
them
report
we're
anything,
investigating that.
or we just go do what we want and tell them after.
You
Yeah,
also
that's
don't
fine,
have
too.
an easy way to do that, like to report anything right now.
Without Julie, we really don't. Yeah, she was our connection to the order.
Time to go rogue.
So let's, whatever. Well, it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. Let's just go.
Woo!
Uh,
Tiddly would agree with that statement entirely.
I got a 17 perception to try to find those 2 guys with the donkeys.
Speaking Tiddly's language.
Are we in Tijuana?
I'm game.
Hey, Steve, could you ask your sister and mother the best way to get to where Guy says we're going? I assume it's going to be a different trail.
Do you have a map or something? Let's get a map so we can see.
did like a whole sweet goodbye thing, so it's weird if I go back in there now after we've already said goodbye.
Oh, okay. No, that you're right. We'll
Yeah,
wander around in the
that's-
mountains till we die.
The whole
That's fine.
thing.
We could just ask around other people in the village too. Just I don't want Steve
I
to.
prefer that.
awkward.
I mean, I don't want to do the whole goodbye thing twice again.
It's like saying goodbye and walking to your car in the same direction. It's
It's weird.
Guy, could you please just get us a map? I don't really care how it happens.
I go towards the center of town, try and find some of the hunters or some of the people I made friends with when I was making drinks last night.
sure.
I
Try and
joined-
get.
You would Rainbow, you would run into them as they, well, Guy at least, as they entered that center of the town. You would see Guy again.
I try and talk. Hey, I need to head west towards Hot Springs. Anyone know a good path or can help direct me? Maybe one come with.
One of the older, not old, gentleman raises his hand and approaches you.
Oh, thank you.
Baraf doen. Goldhan.
Yeah, gold hand.
Goldhan. Stub, walk.
Yes.
He starts, he motions to you to follow him. Rainbow, you run into Guy at this point, him following this gentleman.
What is happening?
Your sister ran off. Don't know if you know.
Well, I went to chase her. I found out she hit herself on the head with a rock so that she would bring out her crazy side and flew away. Flew away like a damn bird.
Redheads, man.
That's
I really kind of like this new character trait that I'm developing for her, that not only is she always drinking, but she's always eating something as well. So
you're like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You're like Brad Pitt. You're just always eating something every scene.
We're going to be heading towards Golden Hand. Irilith thought that's where we need to be heading next. We need to go try to find the fire.
Oh,
You don't know what any of that means.
Sounds great. We are going to circle back to the fact that my sister can literally knock herself in the head with a rock and fly, right? We're going to like circle back to that later.
I
Steve
just
says
saw
that.
a giant flaming boulder fly from space in the sky. Not a whole lot of things surprising me today.
No, I
Like,
was
first there was a rock, then there's a person flying. You flew through the air. First day I met you.
That's true. That's true. You saved my life. Thank you. Besides my brother.
Thanks, Brett. You're welcome. 2 months later. But yeah,
I thanked you that day.
I also don't remember.
She did.
No, I'm going where the lady who sees things tells me to go.
In a brain hole.
I think that's valid.
I'm just kind of going with the flow on all this, and that seems to be the best. Plus, like, their breakfast quiche at this place, so good. But no, we need to go find the fire stuff, too.
Sweet. But eventually, as a group, we will come back to the fact that my sister can fly. Right? We'll
Is it just the two of them
Hey!
talking?
Hey! The old man
Oh.
is like at his house.
I should probably go tell my brother all of this. Also, there's a cheesecake vendor over there. You should really check him out. I think they would love a review.
Yeah, I like how you've pulled cheesecake out of nowhere for this.
I have cheesecake in my fridge, so I'm gonna eat it.
By the way, when you texted me and you said you bought free cheesecake, I thought you said you bought a cheesecake, not like a
No,
slice. Oh, okay. I'm like, that's a lot of cheesecake, Laura.
Okay. Make sure he still has some. I'm gonna go possibly get us a map, maybe a lead on possibly a person to guide us to through the mountains. And I head over towards the old guy.
Sick.
Um,
Ah!
what?
David!
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. I don't know. You yelled. I legitimately.
Brother.
Brother? Oh, brother. Okay.
Sounded like a
Hey, man.
scream.
Yeah, it got real distorted there at the top
I
end.
thought you were just like yelling at your dog again.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you go into his house, and you don't see him like prepping a map or anything. You see him putting together like a backpack.
Okay, he's gonna guide us. Guy?
Guy.
You are?
Guy.
Nice. I go to fist bump him. Nice. Let's go.
He grabs you by the shoulder. No woman. Guy. And then he keeps making his backpack.
You son of a bitch.
Get him.
I let him get his stuff together,
Okay.
and then once he's packed, head back towards the group.
All right.
Pit stop to buy at least a cheesecake, possibly two, because I know other people are gonna want some.
Okay. It's great cheesecake. Strawberry. No idea how.
Turtle? One strawberry, one turtle.
No, just strawberry.
Damn it! Really gotta introduce this guy into chocolate caramel.
It's not warm enough here for cocoa. Anyway,
I would drink cocoa anytime. Hot, cold, doesn't matter.
no, like the cocoa plant. The
Give me hot chocolate now. Yes.
okay, hot chocolate and peppermint schnapps. You are correct. You are all back together.
I find the donkeys. That was my goal.
Yes, you do find them. In fact, and the people they are at a stable on the underneath the stairs. If you're looking at the background, it's at the right side of that background. You know where that crook is in the stairs. It'd be back there. It's a more protected stable type thing. You find them. You find the two sailors.
Okay, I would walk up to them. Guys, hey, how you doing? I'm going to take one of your donkeys now. And as I say that, I hold up Inquisitor badge.
Okay. Well, Miss.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah,
Yeah.
she left.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, she left. We're gonna be going the other direction, so that's why I'm being nice and letting you keep one of the donkeys.
Left?
If you hurry, you might catch her before she gets to the boat.
You won't. You won't.
Peanut gallery.
If we were all back together, I would have gone with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, he went before this.
I was trying to do this while you guys were
Yeah.
discussing cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
But wow. So yeah, I'm going to take one of your donkeys. Thank you, and good luck.
I'm sorry. Do we live here now?
Yes, and since you're living here now, you don't need donkeys. So I'm going to take both of your donkeys.
Oh, well, fucking nut.
I feel like you shouldn't have said anything to me. Anyway.
Yeah, the other one looks unimpressed. Why aren't you upset about this? Women here thick.
There you go. I hear there's good cheesecake too. I've been hearing that around town. So. I would grab the donkeys and I would assume Tiddly and Audie would come with me, and Steve.
Yes.
I would pass a donkey off to Audie and say, not quite the noble steed you're used to, but you're probably best with animals. So here you go.
Oh, this is going to be a thing now. Every time we have an animal, I'm going to be saddled with it. Okay, that's fine.
Saddled.
Does anyone else want to take this other donkey? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Tiddly.
Okay, here you go, Tiddly. Have a donkey.
I'll take it.
Okay. That should help us.
Did you put the donkey over your shoulder? What did you just do there?
Grab the reins.
Okay. I thought you put it over your shoulder like a backpack. Whoa,
Athletics check,
Tiddly
please.
going for it.
Get on, ass. We're going for it.
That should hopefully make our trip a little smoother.
Trick a
Let's go
little?
see if we can, yeah, trick a little. Yeah.
U-Haul donkey.
Let's go see if we can find Guy.
Okay. You all find each other.
Okay, like for this being goat cheesecake, surprisingly good. Like I thought it'd be funkier than this, but like you wouldn't think with goat cheese for the
That much more tangy, which I like in a cheesecake. I
Like-
like a little bit of tang.
I imagine we would all just walk up and not say anything, just watch this conversation go on for like a couple minutes.
like goat cheese and fruit totally makes sense. Why wouldn't you use it in a cheesecake? No, I don't know why I didn't think of it.
I don't think they see us here. We're standing here with
With the local
donkeys.
honey.
Honestly, Audie, I was kind of just waiting for you to explode in anger and scream at them.
Brother,
Mhm.
our sister hit herself on the head with a rock, turned into her flaming counterpart, and flew away.
Only the third weirdest thing that I've seen today.
Were you hit
and I
on
didn't
the
even see
head
it.
with rock?
What? What? Yeah, so add flying to the list of things that she can do. Not only fireballs, but flying.
Tiddly. This explains how she beat you.
Yes. She wasn't running and jumping. She was literally floating. I thought that in my entire.
Let's put a pin in that. We'll come back to that later. Did we figure out a way to go, Guy?
Yeah, this is a woman.
Are you sure?
He said guy, or no, he's also guy. He doesn't speak very much common. Steve, do you want to make sure we're going on the same path? Make sure we're
This
going
is
to the
going
golden
to
hands.
great.
I'm good here. I'm good for the day. This seems good.
All right.
He just walks up and nods.
All right, Mr. Guy Woman. I guess let's I feel confident in this. Let's get going.
He
All right.
leads you. You're not at the precipice of the mountains yet. It takes another. So let's roll athletics.
Do we get any sort of advantage having the donkeys helping us carry shit?
That
That is the whole reason I did all.
it will be a slightly lowered CR. We'll just
Okay.
say that.
Sweet. I got a 15.
12.
What are we rolling again?
Athletics.
15.
Saying, how hard could it be to go downhill? But certainly,
You're still
to
going
stop
slightly uphill. You're not at the total top
Oh,
of
we're
these
not
mountains.
going
15.
Before we left, I would have gathered more food, like 10 days worth of food. Just want to.
If you kept
sure
the
it's a jab.
stuff that you sure you can do that, but if you kept the stuff that you previously had on the donkeys, you should be fine.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long this trek's supposed to be.
Well, we just added
Um,
those two guys and Julie's rations to ours.
In asking, you would get from your very, very short-worded friend that it will be 2 days.
2 days. Okay. Yeah. No, I just grab like 2 fresh loaves of bread because fresh bread's better, and if they let me have any type of cured meat, I'll try and get some of that. So just say that's 2 days worth of stuff.
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you get fresh stuff, if you get brand new fresh stuff, that'll keep for 2 days.
Yeah.
Like shit you're
Well,
not
keep
even
track.
curing or whatever.
Is Marcus still here? Or did we lose him?
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as long as you're over 10, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because you're not your guide is not capable of traveling quickly. We'll just say that. And but he is leading you through all manner of you wouldn't assume a lot of this is even trails. You know what I mean? It's all over the place. It's footpaths and between fully dense wooded areas. Takes you a few hours to cross what he points out as the top. And then you start to head down. End of the day you camp, long rest, everybody.
I'm assuming I didn't miss anything, Mike. We just started on our way.
Yeah. You're on your way. It's
Do I
gonna
need
take.
to roll anything for animal handling or anything?
You needed to. I'm not gonna make you roll. Fuck it.
I'm rolling. I rolled a nat 20.
You're fine. You just wanted to use the 20-year-old.
That donkey is now your spirit animal.
No, I put that donkey on my back and we went for it.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good. After halfway through the first day, you find yourself in still the mountains, but it's closer to impossible. It's closer to crazy foothills. It's like the mountains in Northern Ireland. You know what I mean? They're not like mountains, but it's steep.
Bank cliffs.
Yeah. And you can see it.
We can see Golden Hand.
No, you can see what you're up against.
Ah. Perception to sort of investigate, see what we're trying to travel, or is that up on stream now? Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I think we noticed that.
Wow.
Is it currently exploding?
Intermittent small eruptions, and you feel
Trying
them.
to figure out if that's real or my. Or just
The
what I get
art
thinking.
in this would probably be the initial eruption, not what you're experiencing currently. What you're experiencing currently is intermittent smaller eruptions that you see kind of off in the distance, but more so feel. You feel the vibrations. You feel it underneath you. Roll perception, everybody. Did I already have you roll perception?
No.
Okay. I got real paranoid all of a sudden for no fucking reason.
Natural 20! 26.
Good for you.
19.
X.
6.
1.
25.
The way ahead looks very dangerous. Guy, I think you should let me carry the ring.
I tried taking it from her, but
That makes Sunshine, Frodo, and Audie Samwise. Good news, Morgan. You're the pitcher.
Okay.
Tiddly.
Oh, I'm Boromir
Perception.
in this situation. I feel like you're not
Oh,
getting
it was
it.
a natural 20 again.
Okay, I think your shit's broken.
No,
The,
I just rolled three straight naturals, so yeah, it might be.
Wait, did you actually pay for D&D Beyond, not use the free stuff? Is that what we have to do?
Do you think I have money?
All right.
I gave them 20 GP out of my.
Everybody except for Steve. The ash cloud that's coming out of this thing, and it's slow and steady, is heading very easterly. Whatever high winds are hitting it is shoving that cloud east hard.
Like over the mountains?
Over the mountains even, yeah. This is the highest peak on the westernmost side, so it actually is tall enough that it can do this. It's on the edge of the mountains, but it is still quite tall as a peak.
Okay.
Anybody over 20, that would be Rainbow, Audie, Sunshine, Tiddly. Most of Hangul and Inori, definitely. That northern island house, those are going to be covered in ash for sure. Very soon. I have to pee. Talk a little bit amongst yourselves.
Well, she told us to find the fire. We are more than likely heading the right way. Steve, that was your mom. Any idea what she meant by find and talk to the fire?
No. I hope this helps.
Okay. You've done nothing to help us out with this, but I still appreciate you. Good work.
Thanks, guy. That's why you're my best friend.
Audie, you've still done nothing and get control of your ass.
You know, I know we've made it to the foothills, but there are still some pretty steep drops here.
Oh, you probably need to be careful.
He thinks he's so scary.
I'm the be real shame if you fell off and no one casts Featherfall on you.
Why would not
The Featherfall, I will have to take that into consideration.
The Rainbow, I assume Rainbow and Sunshine are like away from you idiots having your conversation.
Yeah, probably.
So Rainbow, I kind of like fire in general. This might be a little too much fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like death in general, and this might be a little bit too much death.
Yeah.
So are we gonna get closer to this? Dude, that looks bad.
We're just taking a second here to admire the view, and just take a moment to say how truly blessed we are that we live in a world where we can enjoy the great taste of fish people sticks. Now in XL size fish people sticks with the honey ranch and the barbecue sauce.
Hey, you talking about fish people sticks?
Buy them today.
We thought the commercial was over. This whole thing was a commercial.
Are we doing fish people sticks again?
Like the last 30 seconds, yes.
Coming soon, mesquite smoked fish people.
For 5 payments of $15.99.
Laura, what was that?
What, Laura?
But brother, even when you're doing a commercial, you sound like a priest. We're so blessed to live in a world where there are fish people sticks. God, give me a break.
All right.
Flash fried.
We took 2 weeks off, and Laura found exactly where Rainbow is. The oh, it's whiskey.
Like
it's whiskey.
It's almost like she's hanging out with a bunch of idiots.
Mm-hmm. And Hugo's the smartest among us. The
He's asleep.
and
He's
still
the
the smartest among us. Yeah. You start to roll into the foothills. And he pulls Steve and Guy off to the side. Steve, he looks up at you. Can you translate, please, for this poor moron that can't seem to understand anything I say?
Yeah, no problem, guy, woman.
It's not my name. I was unfortunately aware that you were calling me that.
Oh. Alright, well.
You simply need to head in a northern direction from here, along the ridged foothills. You will start to see signs and roads in but 20 miles, at which point you should be fine. I need to head back to the village. Yes?
Yeah, just one question. What was the first part again?
My God, Stevik. My God.
I'm sorry, Mr. Woman. I just sometimes get confused.
Guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Woke.
North.
North.
Okay.
Rock. Mountain. Walk.
Walk towards the mountain to the north. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Road.
We'll find the road there.
I hope he's derived what I've said. I can only work so diligently. Good luck, Stevik.
Hold on. What's your real name before you go?
Chrysanthemum.
Yes.
Chris and the mom. Okay.
Yes. See you later, Guy, the second.
Bye, guy, woman.
All right. Survival, Guy and Steve to follow those instructions.
21.
9.
Okay, so Guy did with what I told Guy. He somehow figured it out despite what I told you.
I told you I get confused easy.
All right, Guy. You figure out the path heading north. And actually, you can see farther down a couple of... while they are cliffs and drop-offs, they're not huge. You can see a road off in the distance. At first, only because of clearing in the trees and grass, but occasionally you see what looks like prairie and openings, and you can actually see the road down there. You know you need to meet up with that somewhere along the road, and you might as well head north and try to run into it.
Okay. I think I got it. God, that guy was just so smart and just really just such an eloquent language, Steve. How much can I say that?
Guy, quit kissing ass. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. She's not around. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he pointed towards that mountain, so let's head that way.
It takes you another couple hours to end the day. You make camp for the night. No long rest, doesn't matter. Morning comes and you set off. You haven't quite yet reached the road, though you know you were close. And you see a few things of worry. One, is an alligator crawls by you on the way up the mountain trail.
like overly sized gator, or just like
Nope.
just regular gator runs past me?
Mm-hmm.
I just put Steve and myself, or Steve in between the gator and myself.
Holy shit! What is this doing here?
It is fleeing.
Don't know if that's a good sign. Probably isn't.
Oh,
Most certainly isn't.
You travel maybe another 20 minutes and you see a large rock, but immediately, it's different. It's very shiny. I'd like to roll Arcana. Anybody?
Wait.
Stop watching movies. Rainbow.
7.
19.
30, 20.
Natural 1, back to normal.
Well, it's feast or famine tonight over there in the Marcus household. 20 plus. That was just you, Rainbow, right?
Yes.
I got a 9.
It looks like a giant rock, potentially made of glass. It's very pretty. Blues and purples, reds. That's something everyone sees. Rainbow, you take a look around the back of this opening it has, and you see a shriveled up something inside. This is a flail snail corpse. They live in the swamps. They're raised in the swamps. The only livestock grown there. This one's a little bigger than you've seen in your previous ventures. They're grown because their shells, they're magical creatures, and their shells can be harvested for glass and magical purposes. This is something you would know from Academy.
I want it.
I just image searched a flail snail. I wish I hadn't.
We're all doing it.
cool.
I want it.
The problem is it's bigger than your donkey. The shell. They're big.
I see a picture with a size comparison to a person. It's massive.
Looks like a Reaper of Death that it's next to. Weird.
So how would you like to take said shell?
Summon Hermes.
The callback.
I would like to.
These are often used. For magical purposes, they're often used as like reflexive natures on magical armors or shields. If you would like them to have spell resistance of some sort, because they naturally have spell resistance. Rainbow, you know this. They're used as stained glass on temples of the One.
I would like to try to, like, harvest some. Chisel away at it.
Well, while it looks and is see-through like glass or stained glass, really, because it is colored and opaque and not entirely opaque, it is quite strong. What is your chance? What are you trying to do there? How? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, I have a mace.
Okay.
I also Oh, right. I was reading through my other possessions and I saw Morticia Adams dress with a sock monkey and I couldn't remember why I had that. And then I remembered when Steve and I went shopping for fancy clothes. Yeah, I pretty much just have a mace.
How big is it in comparison to the donkey? Like,
Excellent question.
it's not like we couldn't all fit inside the shell, could we?
No, actually, the space inside the shell is quite small. Guy, you could fit maybe one of the, not Steve or Audie, but one of the other three could potentially fit if they were, if it was very necessary.
Would you say it's like twice the size of a donkey?
Yes. No, it's not twice the size of the donkey. It's just slightly bigger than the donkey, but the thickness of it, there's not a lot inside that's empty, concave. These creatures don't have bones, so.
I see Rainbow looking to like hit this thing. Maybe you want to check on the inside. Maybe it's easier to break on the inside than outside. Or at least maybe you'll see a weaker spot.
Or we could push it down the hill and get what breaks at the bottom.
That's not bad.
That's a good idea. Audie, look at you with your good ideas.
I would
I
would like to look down the hill first before they push the snail down the hill.
Tiddly.
Sunshine, look at you with the better brain.
Is it possible to like do a survival check or something to see if there's anything to make like a wooden sled to pull behind a donkey?
There would be the material probably. The survival check would be more how long it would take you to actually do that.
We could just tie him up, like
Hey,
take
guys.
some rope around it.
Hate to break in. This is a really cool snail you all found. If you do about a 180-degree turn, you'll look and see the volcano that's currently exploding, not that far away from us.
I would rather.
Yeah, and
I mean, I'm saying this is cool, but
I love this snail. No.
Yeah.
Snail.
Yeah, I need something to protect myself. What better than the shell?
I understand it is very pretty, but
Jay, you
we
did this, by the way. This is your fault.
cannot haul this entire thing with us.
Just and haul it to a cliff. Because are we at a cliff or no?
What are we doing?
too
Let's
far away?
let's get an answer. There's a steep hill in front of you. There are many rocks. You're in the foothills.
Let's push it.
Let's push it.
Tiddly, do you want to make your sled?
Kind of, but I'm probably gonna get outvoted.
can I look down the hill first before they push it?
Nope.
We're gonna push this motherfucking snail down the hill.
All right.
All right, I'll
okay,
roll
it's
for
funnier-
it.
it's funnier
Tiddly,
if I
your
don't
shit
look.
might not be irrelevant yet. Well, we'll roll for it. Okay.
I would like to state I am not inside the shell when it gets pushed down the hill.
It rolls down the hill. Hits a bunch of stuff on the way down. Lands very nearly near the road because that's where you were. Just a little chunk breaks off. It's mostly still intact.
And as the snail comes to a halt, Sunshine, who did absolutely no pushing, stands
usual.
near the exhausted party members and goes. And with that, the dreaded snail has been defeated. The heroes are victorious once again.
Do the song.
Da 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 da.
Jay, did we get any XP for that?
I
Just
hate
shut
you.
the fuck up.
So, Mike, just for shits and giggles, I
I had
decided to roll.
I had asked for Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to roll a survival check.
Mm-hmm.
Rolled a 2
Mm-hmm.
with my 3 bonus. So yeah, good thing I didn't try to do that. It took me an entire day to do it.
You picked up one stick and one rock and just started smashing them together, and then they both broke.
How did you break the rock?
Stick. Stick break rock.
Stick break rock.
It did break rock. I saw.
Rock, paper, stick.
All right. So what do we do now? There is a part that chunked off. One little part. Rainbow, do you want that one little part?
Yep.
We'll say it's the tip of that spiral top. There you go.
Damn, I was going to try and get
We'll
it.
do it like, well, okay. Quickest. Go ahead.
Well, is it big enough to like have a shield? Make shield for me?
You would have to get it fashioned. It's not going to be something you can use outright right now.
But would it be my size or her size?
It's about the size of like a grapefruit. So it's what you would have to get it fashioned into something by somebody who's capable of doing that.
Never mind, she can have it.
Excellent.
All right. It is remarkably heavy. It weighs about 10 pounds.
I'm good.
That saves me from the idea of trying to break off more of it now that its structural integrity has been reduced.
All right. You're now close to the road.
I cast Burning Hands on the snail.
Don't do it. Stop it.
Stop it. It's already
Do you actually do that?
I feel like I would.
Okay. Use,
Like, as we're
use the
leaving.
spell slot. Go ahead.
That's what leaving. I just go. Poof. So
Okay.
that would ignite. I can roll damage if you want, but it
Nope.
says it ignites any flammable objects in the area. So is the snail flammable?
No, but the grass around it is. The
Good
and
enough.
You mean it's not
as
already
it's
on
almost
fire?
as if there's not a volcano nearby. The
Yeah.
Almost
I,
as if glass isn't super flammable.
I say job well done.
it's
Keep
meltable. It's not
walking.
flammable.
I know.
Okay, you have done that. You're heading down the road. As you're heading down the road, you start to run into maybe a half an hour on the road. You run into your first cart that you've actually seen. You haven't seen anybody moving down that road yet, but you finally run into somebody. And it's a group of 5, clearly a family. Male, female, 3 kids. All dwarves, by the way. Dwarves are markedly rare. But
talk to
Guy, you would know dwarves. This is if there was a town of dwarves. Hand of Gold would be it.
Yeah.
They're all covered in ash. They have occasional burns on their persons, you can see, and their clothes are in rough shape. They're not carrying belongings. They are simply walking in the opposite direction down that road.
Are we crossing paths?
Yes.
Because I am still a salty Karen about everybody talking in other languages I couldn't understand, I would greet the dwarves as they're passing, even though it is probably completely inappropriate for the situation in Dwarven.
Okay. What would you say?
Well, I would start simply by saying, "Hail."
They'd look up and would not immediately answer, but the 2 adults would nod at you.
Where do you come from?
The man who has a infant hanging around his in a
Baby Bjorn. type
baby
thing.
Bjorn type thing. Does not answer, but the woman does. Hands of gold.
I couldn't.
Hands of gold.
Hands of gold. Is it? Forgive me for saying so. You look rough. Has it been? Is it still there?
With that, they all start tearing up. No.
I am sorry to hear that. Thank you
Reading the mood, I
for letting
try to start gathering up 2 days worth of rations to give to them.
They look at the food and have a look on their eyes. The mother looks at you and says, "We have nothing to pay."
It's fine. Can I just do the door? Make sure the little ones eat.
I will take her hand and in Dwarvish, not at all being salty towards Adidas, I will say to them, there's a Goliath village down this way. If you tell them that you saw us, they will at least house you for the night.
New sky.
Mm.
New sky. They look at each other and sort of shake their heads in agreement. I'd like everyone to roll insight. That's paying attention to this situation.
18.
11.
10. I'm more interested in the welfare of them.
23.
16.
8.
Sunshine, Steve, and Guy. The father accepting for the offer of food that they were both very grateful for. The father never looked up from the baby in his arms. Well, the piece of cloth draped over his shoulder is what it was. 23, Guy?
Yeah.
Isn't that correct? While they are all covered in ash and slightly burned, the baby isn't at all. There's a look of wonderment upon the father's face as he stares.
Same sort of look that I would have recognized on Urukai's face when she was handed the ring.
No, this is a... This is the look of somebody who's been given a miracle.
Ask, what are all of your names in common? Because I'm trying to be nice for everybody.
Linshai, said the mother. Boroft, says the father. This is Tatu, Ramu, and baby Teft.
Baby Teft.
In Dwarven, the young son, not the baby, but the younger of the two children, two other children that are capable of walking, asks, Is baby Teft okay still? In response, the father quick says, yes, fine.
I would try to sort of signal to Rainbow because she's probably, I know how she feels about kids. Just kind of a head nod towards the baby. Is everything all right with that? We do have priests that if there was anything wrong, they might be able to heal.
They both look up. No, 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 no.
At this point, with Guy pointing it out, do I notice that the baby's unscathed?
Yeah. Not just
I will-
unscathed, like totally unblemished.
Mm-hmm. I will say in Dwarvish. How lucky that the child left the disaster unharmed. The one truly must have been benevolent in that moment.
They get
Go in his light.
the mother that you've been mostly talking to does a quick glance at the father and goes, "Yes, the one's light is," and you hear the father go, "Fuck the one. May Anvian reign forever." And the mother at that point turns back to you. "We must go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Routinely bowing. Thanking.
You'll hear no argument from me, sir. I'm glad your child's okay.
I will speak not of this disrespect. If you speak not of my indifference.
They are out of immediate earshot.
Who are those guys?
Why do you still call it disrespect when you know exactly what the one is?
Yeah, dude.
Why do you have any
Oh,
respect for the false god?
I
Not
pointed at some
God,
fucking
it's not
pebbles.
the false god that is being disrespected. The false god is a product of the order. So any disrespect against the false god, though we know he is a fucking rock, is still a disrespect against the order. Personally, I don't care that they are being disrespectful, but I do care if they know that I don't care.
Why?
Because who cares what other people think?
Because it's our job to maintain order.
They don't know we're
Is
part
it?
They don't need to know.
They seem astute. They might know.
I'm like 100 feet down the road.
Oh, I'm walking and talking.
Okay.
We're out of earshot. He established we are out of earshot. We were having this conversation while we were talking, or while we were walking.
I'm
Continue.
wondering. I'm hoping that they head back to New Sky, just in case we miss something with that child.
What was your take on that child, Guy? You seemed to pick up on it a little bit quicker.
Everyone's uncomfortable right now, right? It's hot. I want to make sure it is. We're getting hotter and hotter as we're going, right?
It wouldn't necessarily be hotter. It would be slightly harder to breathe, and it would feel more arid, not hotter, but more. You know what I mean? There'd be much less water in the air. The ash isn't hitting you too hard, but it's just enough that you're all starting to think about covering your face.
All I know is that baby was way too comfortable in the climate that we were to not be crying, as Adidas is probably going to start. I don't know how a baby was going to stay as silent and as calm as he was. So something has to be going on with that kid, and I really hope that wasn't who we were supposed to find, or what we were supposed to find.
Anything else to say, anybody?
I don't know that it was just from my first impression. I don't know if the kid itself was magical, but there was some type of magic saved that kid.
I'm in agreement. I just don't know. That's where I'm kind of wondering. I want to make sure we know where that is, that family is.
If you think the gel is magical, we should find out.
I think we're better off letting them go and following up with them later. That's a good way or a good thing to come back to. I think we still have things forward ahead of us that we have to possibly see. The vision was said that it happened, or that we should be in Golden Hands.
Very well, but if we go back to Big Sky, or New Sky, and they are not there, I will simply say I told you so.
I'm expecting nothing less.
All right. You travel for another hour. You're getting closer. And you happen across another group. They're leaving. They say nothing to you, no matter what you say to them.
Dwarves, humans, orcs.
Dwarves.
Those.
Dwarves.
A quick glance, do they have a magic baby too?
No. This was entirely adults, one young adult. The young adult and two of the adults. There were 7 in total. They looked remarkably clean as well. You travel a bit further, and you're approaching the village. Travel over a hill. You can see the village ahead of you. Blasted and burned. Remnants of structure still standing. But anything that was flammable is on fire or gone.
Oh, there's that picture again.
There it is.
Say, I would have my face covered as best I can.
Anybody else want to do that? At this
Yeah.
point, the ash would be quite thick.
Probably a good point.
I'm going to check prestidigitation. I think that's something that I can.
Sunshine would have been staring kind of in the direction of the village for the first group, and I would not cover my mouth.
Okay, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
$23.
You're doing fine. You understand you need to breathe through your teeth, and you need to protect your eyes a bit, but you're still okay. Occasionally, a little bit gets near your ears or eyes, and you feel that slight burn, where the ash is still quite hot. And you know you shouldn't breathe it in. You're breathing through your mouth, but through your teeth, because if that stuff gets in your lungs, that's gonna be a bad time.
Just just to kind of say what I'm doing. Like when something hits me, if I make any reaction, I just brush it off. Otherwise, I just keep walking.
Everybody else?
I take the stuff from around my neck and I bring that up over my face and kind of constantly casting prestidigitation, trying to keep the airflow and the cleaningness of that.
Good old cleaningness. Steve.
Mm,
You don't wear clothes, Steve.
yeah.
He does have his sock monkey outfit.
He
Good
does
makeup
have a
that's got
sock monkey outfit.
I put it around my face.
Steve suffocates and falls over.
I go over and I just loosen up and help him tie it once he passes out.
Tiddly.
Thanks, guy.
Tiddly, do you just like scarf over?
And I go like this.
Handkerchief or something?
Probably. I mean, if I have one, otherwise I'm just covering like.
You seem like a rural dandy a bit. You know what I mean? Like you'd have some niceties, despite the fact that you're mostly rough.
And kind of a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, but you know, you still believe in slightly being like,
Yeah.
you have some
Okay.
niceties.
Then yes, I would cover my face.
Audie and Rainbow, please. Audie.
While my home is swampy most of the time. There are some dry months, and in some of the places I have gone, there have been dry months where I've been practicing on horseback for the jousting, and kicks up quite a bit of dust. I would be accustomed to tying a cloth over my face
Okay.
in order to deal with that.
Rainbow.
I have a sash that I wear around my waist as part of my like priest robes. So I would untie that and I would wrap it around my face.
Okay. Directly outside of town, there is a grouping of people. They're congregated in the remains of what was probably a stables or something like that. Half of it has burned and then fallen, collapsed on itself. The other half still remains. They're using that other half as a bit of shelter. This is the vast majority dwarf. The people there, by the way. The other people you notice are between halfling, elf, and then a few casual monstrous races that all of you have never seen.
Even me?
Guy being here before probably still haven't seen. These are people that do behind the scenes maintenance and stuff like that.
Okay.
Elves would be quite an uncommon sight, right?
Elves are pretty uncommon. Elves are pretty fucking uncommon. But they're still known enough, especially now that we're not in the Black Age, right? Like they're allowed to. And they're pretty, so they've repopulated to a certain extent. It's mostly half elf, but it's elf. You recognize the ears. You can't tell the difference between full elf and half elf. Definitely.
Well, yeah, that one has legs. That one doesn't. Just...
He probably
So
doesn't know
after
yet.
I come
What's
out
that
of my
half-elf?
blackout, right, I see Guy's mangled little body, just face distorted in terror, with my hands around his snapped neck.
Okay, not that.
No, you said it. Roll 'em.
All right. Do you approach that group at all, or do you head on into town? They're not doing anything out of the ordinary. They're not doing any weird chants or anything like that. They're talking amongst themselves, putting out food and water.
Do they look more clean or more dirty?
Perception.
I would keep walking.
11.
I'll perceive.
Okay.
Worse than him.
I do not care about much other than I would be looking to see if they have taken much notice of us. And after
A
all,
couple have noticed they seem so broken they're not doing anything about it. You know what I mean? They're
I'm
not
sorry, what?
approaching. They seem so broken they're not doing anything about it. They're not approaching you. They're not excited to see you. There's a lack of anything behind those eyes. You know what I mean? If none of you approach them, heading on into the village. It's actually kind of sprawling. There's a lot of buildings, but that's because it's a resort type situation. A lot of these buildings didn't house people most of the time. Very quickly, you see Sunshine, since you were in front. You see a group of dwarves, 3 of them to be precise, running in your direction. One of them is holding a piece of cloth over their arm that is clearly bleeding. Quite heavily, actually.
Without breaking stride, I take my shield off my back, strap it on, just keep walking.
Okay. Everybody would pass these people. Does anybody do anything? No. Okay.
Are they coming? Are they coming to us and asking us for help?
No, they're running. Just running toward you, but like behind you. They're just getting. It's just opposite directions.
Okay, I want to make sure they weren't coming help type stuff.
No. They you continue to move. It's not far, maybe another 150 feet, and you see what would be you don't know what it would be originally, but it's a larger structure. Part of the roof caved in, but this is a few stories tall, and human-sized people coming out of it, carrying things. Chests, cloth.
Looting.
Yeah, there's some looting happening in front of you.
Where's the inn?
Is this near the center of town, or are we still?
You're probably pretty close to the center. This would be, and the only way to know that would be that there's, you can kind of tell where the swamp starts, not too far away from you. Right, like I said, it starts right on the edge of where the prairie, the swamp, and the foothills run into each other. That's where this place is. And everything's an attraction here, so the swamp is also an attraction. There's fucking signs and shit.
Oh.
You're wrestling.
Yeah, you go down there, get a mud bath. Brr, 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 brr.
Do they notice us?
Not as of yet. Visibility's pretty poor with the ash. It's the middle of the day, but it's impossible to tell based on the sky. You know what I mean? And they're busy at their work.
Normal people.
Their work being the looting and getting the fuck out of Dodge, or what?
They're loading a bunch of stuff into a cart that's not fucked up with a horse that's not comfortable with being there.
I would.
Well, I would say
I
also
would-
keepers. We should do something.
Unless someone. What were you gonna say, Tiddly?
Well, since we're people who may uphold the law, we should probably intervene.
Oh, Tiddly. What?
I hate the law. Let's be real.
I didn't see that coming, but I'm into it. All right, growth and change. Okay.
I would. So you say that to the group, Tiddly?
Yeah.
I would say we're here to find the fire, not deal with the rats.
There's fire all around you, by the way.
We found fire. We definitely found fire.
The fire, and I turn and look forward again. The fire that Earlith told us to find.
Who do we talk about? Fire?
Roll perception, everybody.
14.
Fuck. 10.
17.
And
Our 2 clerics,
Guy?
the most wisdom.
8.
Guy?
11.
And Audie. I can't see
12.
that. 12, thank you. That'll be Steve. You see the trees in the swamp moving as if something's moving towards them that can move the trees separately. And it's heading in your direction. Not in your
Guys.
direction, in the direction of the people in front of you.
Something's moving the trees over there.
Steve, that's really cool, but we're kind of dealing with something.
No, like it looks like really big. Like,
Oh my God, what is it, Steve?
There's a big thing coming. I start running that way.
You, before you get there, you see an ogre. Very rare. But enough that you would all know what they look like. Humanoid, muscular but bulbous in their, fuck it. Here, let me show you a picture.
Yay, pictures.
Are they in this world? Are they sentient? Like they're intelligent?
What you would have learned in academy. Go ahead and roll for that history.
Okay. 13. Not great roll.
You would have learned that they are non-magical creatures, but they did not do well in the Black Times. Not for the regular reasons, but because people got tired of their shit real quick. They are sentient, and they are stupid. But they are capable of sentient thought.
What would I have heard about them in like stories and whatnot?
You might have run into one. They exist, man. You occasionally, like, especially if you're rural, like city people, there's no way in shit they run into an ogre. But occasionally, if you're rural, you run into ogres and trolls. They exist. You know they exist. They're just like, don't fuck with them. Do your best to get them the shit out of your area or kill them.
Okay. So you would
So they're
not
like
see
bears.
my.
They're like bears, but like smarter bears.
Not the smartest berry though.
Hey, look, that's an ogre.
Yeah.
eh.
Okay. So you would not be able to see my smile for the first time ever, but my eyes would look like it's fucking Christmas as I'm running towards this thing.
Okay, so real quick, Mike. Do we know that these are like aggressive? Or
It's all over
Will
the
they-
place, man. You don't know that they're aggressive, and they're not always aggressive. It's a real coin toss. It's a
like
real
bear?
coin
Okay,
toss.
got it.
Yeah, like you have it's a sentient species. It's just a dumb sentient species, and you have no idea. They're doing their own thing, and you don't know if it's going to come in conflict with your shit. That's what you know about them.
Yep, got it.
You see it running up out of the swamp. It gets close to the looters, clear looters, and it starts waving and screaming. Audie, you're getting close.
I'm also getting confused. Albeit, I look behind it.
4 flail snails are coming out of the swamp, and they big.
Not good.
Hey, guy, I found you a snail.
I was wanting a shield. We might have some stuff later, hopefully.
Guy,
Mm-hmm.
what's the best way to prepare escargot?
Usually roasted with some lemon.
Brother, feel like roasting some snails?
Those, like, still looking towards the center of town. Fine. And I guess with that, I would cast. Actually, what I'm going to cast is Fairy Fire on the group of them.
You would have to be a lot closer.
How far away are they?
Well, you were probably 30 to 40 feet away so that you weren't noticed by the looter group, yes?
Yeah.
And they are large creatures that are behind another large creature. Like, actually, are they huge creatures? Hold up. No, they're large. They're large creatures, but like the top end of large.
So
Would I know from my history of just hearing about snails, flail snails? Is this a horrible idea?
You may roll nature.
Okay. 18.
Okay. The thing you remember about flail snails is, one, they're incredibly resistant to magic. That shell does a lot. Like, fuck magic. It doesn't care. And two, it can strike with every flail it has on its head every time it wants to. So multi-attack based on how many tendrils it has.
New plan. We run away quickly now.
I look to Rainbow. Is he being a pansy right now, or is this the right call?
Steve's out.
Brother, it's the right call. Run away.
I'm already running.
You did much better at school in the magical creatures area than I did. I cared more so about the magical creatures.
Steve is a mile away.
Which direction was the ogre running?
He
Towards
was. They were chasing it. They were chasing the
Was he
ogre.
running towards us or the looters?
The looters. Roll insight real quick. Sunshine.
22.
Not knowing its language, based on its mannerisms and how it acted, it was trying to warn the looters to run the fuck away.
Let's maybe back up. I think that based on the spatial understanding of what you told me.
There are two other things you would know about that scenario. Sunshine.
Yeah.
One, you're aware that flail snails are a grown commodity in the swamp. They're the cattle of the swamp.
Right. So they're generally not aggressive.
Generally not aggressive, but also just grown for the sake of the shell. The ogre had a crook.
So Stampede.
I don't know what to do with that information, honestly.
A crook is like the shepherd's hook.
Yeah, they're his snails, but I would still think I would run away backwards, because if we go forward, we're going to be running across their path, right?
That would say to me, if the ogre is a shepherd of the snails trust the ogre. The snails are running after the ogre. Something else scared the ogre to make him run, and the snails are following because they belong to him. But there's something else back there that is scarier than them.
All I know is I saw Audie running off, and I see you guys run back, and just like if a dog gets out the front door and he's not supposed to, Audie, get back here right now.
As I am hearing this in like essentially the same tone as the kids from Peanuts hearing the adults talking, because I am excited to fight an ogre, I suddenly see that the ogre is waving its arm and running from these 4 giant ass rainbow snails. I just kind of I have sword and shield out, and then I just kind of hold them to the side, looking like.
Mike,
Yes.
is there a tree anywhere nearby that I go climb up?
No, not inside of the town. Sorry. You could climb on top of a building potentially.
Can I do that?
Sure.
What do I need to roll?
Acrobatics, real quick. All right. So the thing runs at you.
Probably
It is.
roll a 9.
You've all stopped short. The first snail gets there, and it fucks up the first looter it runs into. What was that, Tiddly?
9.
Yeah, you don't make it up that building.
I tried.
I'm gonna try to run and hide in an alleyway or some.
Yeah, I would have
somewhere
tried
off to
to.
the side.
I would have tried to be hiding around cover of some variety.
Here's the TLDR of what happened there. The looter saw it coming, pulled his sword, and then 4 of those fucking flails ended up in his chest, and he's somewhere in that wall behind him.
Is it dead?
Oof.
I don't know.
How do you get back here right this instant?
I would have picked a spot to hide that's not near Guy as he's screaming at Audie.
I turn around to the small one screaming at me, standing out in the open as everyone else is running and hiding. And I look back at the halfling. Fuck. And I start running back towards everyone else.
You're a fair distance away, all of you. Roll perception as you're trying to move away. Do you remember there were 4 snails, yes?
Fuck.
Natural 20.
18.
So yeah, 24 for me.
9.
That is a 1. Is that natural 1, dude?
What was yours again, Sunshine?
9.
9. Okay. Tiddly, I missed yours then.
18.
Okay, thank you. Audie?
A natural 20 for a 24.
And some Rainbow.
14.
14. Okay. Audie and Guy think while you're all running, looking for some place to hide. You're like, oh, we'll let them handle this. It'll be fine. Audie and Guy look back. Coming out of the... You can see all 4 flail snails now.
He becomes a flail snail eater.
You can see all 4 flail snails now. And all of a sudden, something pops out of the trees in the swamp and snatches up the last one. Thank you very much for watching tonight.
Oh, fuck you.
Thank you very much for watching tonight. Have an excellent evening. Sorry we had tech difficulties. We'll be back next week for sure. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's all back. Love you. Good night.
I cast Scorching Ray on it.